Go.
Oh, it's my cooking show, right? I thought you,
Yes.
you do the outro, I do the intro. I missed the memo. Hi, welcome to my kitchen where some crazy stuff has been happening in the last couple days. So this is my friend Donnie, and she helps me do everything on the show.
No, I just sit here and talk. You do everything.
Well, so yesterday we were talking about what we wanted to do on the show today, and so we were going to do a chia pudding with chia seeds. But that was going to be a really quick show because that's like nothing.
Yeah.
So we had that part of the show, but I also decided, since it is cold again in Illinois, I'm so not happy with the weather, because in the summertime I like to wear my long maxi dresses and then all free to be, and I'm tired of wearing blue jeans and boots.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just tired of it. So and I always wear scarves, but in the summertime I wear linen scarves versus the wool scarves that I have to wear now because I'm freezing. I'm absolutely freezing. So I decided to look through Jason's book, and I love beets, and I just bought beets because I eat beets every week. So then I bought more beets this morning because I needed more beets for the soup, because the cookbook, as I found out, serves 2.
Oh.
Most of the recipes serve 2. So in my way of eating, serves 2 serves Renee 1.
Yeah.
This all just doesn't happen, right? So
Which book, Renee? Which cookbook are we talking about?
oh, hang on, let me put down my ginger and dry my hands because I don't want my book all gingery. So this is Jason's book.
Right. Eaternity.
So Eaternity. Isn't that cool? So in this book, and I got to meet him last week, and I'm very excited about that, which because I've been talking about it for weeks, but not everyone knows that, and I'm not going to mention it every time, but he is such an amazing person. That's what I love about him. And his recipes are really interesting. He puts different combinations together that I wouldn't. So that's interesting. So I'm making a warm beet soup for his. So I'm going to start.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So I'm going to start with the beet soup because it has to boil and then heat through, and boil, heat through, and then I am topping it a little differently than how he did in his book, but it's still going to be wonderful. And then I'm going to use the chia pudding as a dessert for this. So it's pretty cool. Okay, so the book is ginger beet soup. So he it calls for 2 tablespoons of ginger. He just snapped me how much. I mean, that's how cool he is. I had a question about his cookbook, and he flipping snaps me back. That's awesome. Okay, so peeling ginger, I cut it off.
So peeling ginger. Mm-hmm.
Yes, peeling ginger. I did a video on peeling ginger, and so my gingers went bad. So I cut off what's left of the good stuff. All right, so to peel ginger, you don't have to use a knife. And I don't use a knife in the video. You can use the back of a spoon. Here.
Oh, wow.
So
now, Renee, do you prefer fresh ginger?
Oh, yeah.
I am not a fresh ginger user, and so I'm thinking this is something that is going to change in my life now.
Yeah, why don't you use fresh ginger?
Because I don't use it in a lot of recipes. Do you remember I was telling you that there are a lot of things that I don't eat that I'm finding I need to eat now. that help with digestion and things of that nature. And ginger is one of those. I've never been a big fan of, I don't like the gratuitous spice. So I can see that I'm going to have to, I mean, normally I get a squeeze bottle or something, but that, yeah.
Well,
That looked way easy. Yeah.
Yeah, yes. I put it in my diffuser with lemon.
Yes.
So lemon and ginger. I use ginger in my diffuser. I use ginger and rosemary. I don't like ginger with everything. So
Okay.
I like ginger and lemon. I like ginger and rosemary, which is odd because I don't like rosemary chicken or rosemary potatoes I don't eat rosemary chicken, but I don't even when I ate meat like a million years ago, rosemary in my food, I don't like.
Yes, didn't
Rosemary
like it.
infused, I like.
Okay.
So rosemary infused with ginger, I like, and I like ginger in my tea, like hot tea, and
Yes.
lemonade.
Yes.
Lemonade with ginger, so good. Okay.
All right. So are you going to rasp that, or how are you going to dice it? It was supposed to be minced, or are you just going to throw it in?
He said minced, but I'm putting it in the Ninja
blender. Oh, okay.
Do I really need to mince it?
Not necessarily.
We're just going for it. And then 4 cloves of garlic. Oop. Are you can't do garlic?
No, I love garlic. Remember I'm the roast garlic queen.
Okay. Oh, yes, I remember that. All right, and then onions. And I'm going to have a picture of this on Instagram and on the blog.
Okay.
Right? And okay, so it says, I think it said 2.5 cups of beets. Said 2.5 cups of beets or something. I don't know. I'll have the recipe on. I don't know if I'll have to check with Jason on how much of the recipe I can put on. But
yeah.
I mean, he said I could do video of it.
Yes.
And I can do that, but I didn't really ask him about putting the recipe on. Anyway.
Right.
So it's beets are sold in 3s, right? So
why is that? Do you have any? Is that just a thing that they do, or?
I don't know, but so I bought. Whoa! I bought. I also like ginger in my vodka. No, kidding.
I was gonna say a little wine there, but
So I don't know why, but I just cut up all 6.
Okay.
Right? I just cut up all 6. I don't know if this is gonna work because I've never made this in the Ninja before. Okay, so it calls for a cup of
coconut water.
Coconut milk.
Okay.
So the coconut milk, you can see it's kind of globbed on the sides. So so you've got. I didn't want to, and another reason to double this recipe is that the coconut milk is how much was it? It's a like, what the hell are you going to do with the leftover coconut milk? Right? I mean, I get that it's a recipe and stuff like that, but I don't want to have 4 tablespoons left over. I'm just a little too practical for that. Okay, so if I'm doubling the recipe, this is 1 3/4 cups of coconut milk.
That works.
I am not going to sweat the small stuff on it not being exactly 2 cups, right? So I'm going to pour that in. And then I need
now I've got to tell you, just that right there, that just, I mean, my mouth is water, because my mouth is always watering when you cook. 2 cups of,
2
what
cups
was that?
of vegetable broth.
Okay.
But I don't want to dirty another container. So I'm just using the same measuring cup, right? Can you?
Right.
I'm a little too practical sometimes, I think. Okay.
No, you're not. Now, the beets those beets that you put in there, those are raw. They're not cooked in any way.
Right, they're raw.
They're just raw. Okay.
Yes. And then I have, doesn't this look pretty?
It does. You did a good job.
Black pepper.
Uh-huh.
Regular
Salt.
sea salt. And then the Celtic sea salt that I like. And then smoked paprika.
Oh my goodness.
So that goes in. And
that goes in there.
Honest to God. Did you see my lemon blossoms?
No.
Oh my gosh.
You showed me the plant. There was one little tiny one.
Oh my gosh. It is. Let me get this going and then I will show you.
Yes. we'll do lemon in a minute.
Between the lemon blossoms and the oh shit, I forgot. Tablespoon of coconut oil.
Okay.
Right? So it's kind of so it's
right.
Comes off.
It's
like,
solid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lemon blossoms, smoked paprika, and beets. My kitchen smells so amazing. All right, so I did not I did not move the Ninja over to this part of the kitchen. So I'm just gonna walk over there and zoom it. You'll hear it. So you know,
that's fine.
Talk
amongst yourselves. Not a problem. Oh dear. Kenneth, are you still in here? So today we're doing a recipe for ginger beet soup from Eaternity by Jason Wrobel. I posted a couple of links on the chat, one for the book, one for Jason's website. Hi Tina, nice to see you. How you doing? And Craig Lewin. Craig, hi, it's nice to see you. Thanks for joining us today. And here she comes.
And when we were at Easter, my nephew and I made a tofu cheesecake, and it was so yummy. It didn't set up enough. We used the wrong tofu, but live and learn. Can you see that?
Yes. Doesn't that just look delicious? This is for those that just came in. This is ginger beet soup. Go put it in the pan. Let's get it on the stove. Her kitchen smells phenomenal today because of the smoked paprika and the beets and the lemon blossoms that she's going to show us in a minute. You know, Renee, she just gets so excited about her.
So it's in the pan, and it's a little, I may add more of the vegetable broth.
I was going to say, it looked a little thick, but let it boil down for a minute. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I want to taste it, though.
Oh, my goodness. So she's tasting. Can I smell it? No, Tina. She's been talking about the smells in her kitchen for the last 5 minutes. See, that does look a little thick. But I bet it's delicious.
The flavors are phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, so good. Okay.
This is one can only wait, you know, because eventually we're going to have smell-o-vision.
Okay, so
and then, wait, how long does that sit on the pot for?
Sit on the pot?
Okay, how long does that sit on the stove in the pot for? 20 minutes?
Transfer to a medium saucepan and bring to a boil over medium heat. Reduce the heat and simmer on low for 15 minutes.
Oh, that's not bad at all. Yeah. Okay.
No. So, okay, so that was, let me show you because last time we talked about the ginger, right?
Right.
Remember? Can you see? Can you see the blossoms?
I am seeing. That's gorgeous, babe.
Look at, and that's my little lemon.
And that's your little lemon that's going to grow up and become juice eventually.
There's two more. There's one right here.
Oh, my goodness.
And then look at this little baby one right there. Can you see it?
Yes.
So this plant really wants to be outside, but it's still too cold.
Yes. Well, it's not, the worm is not consistent enough to trust it for the plants.
Yes. So, okay, so the second thing we're doing is the
chia pudding.
And on Instagram, I only eat one green smoothie, right? Because I think that when you have something you like, just friggin' stick with it. You know, you don't have to.
Yes.
You don't have to like try every smoothie recipe. So I made the mistake of doing that when I was trying to do smoothie recipes, and it just, I was so disappointed because I was wasting money and wasting time, and then I didn't like what I made. So when you find something that you like, just kind of stick with it.
Stick with it.
Make it your mainstay.
Yeah, that works.
So what I use is the kale that we talked about.
Right.
Which is the Lacinto kale, dinosaur kale. And I use about that much in there. I use half a banana.
Mm-hmm.
And I use Minute Maid Kids juice.
Don't tell anyone. What juice?
Minute Maid Kids Minute Maid. Minute Maid is the brand, and the kids, because it's fortified with all kinds of vegetables and stuff like that. Right.
It's not juice of kids. It's juice of something. Juice of what?
It's orange juice. Minute Maid orange juice, but it's the kids' variety. But when I tell people that I drink Minute Maid orange juice, they're like, "Oh, well, that's oranges from China, and it's not organic, and it's not this." And I'm like, you know what? I'm not buying like 28 juices in my house to make everyone juice happy. No, you get what you get. Everyone kind of likes this one, and I go with it. So it's not organic, and it's fortified, and the oranges probably do come from China. You know what? You got to do what you got to do sometimes. My friggin' kale is organic, all right?
Okay.
Bananas are organic. Only because if you buy non-organic and you put them in your compost, you'll kill your compost. So.
Oh, I didn't know that. It's good to know.
Yeah.
Okay, so kale and half a banana and orange juice.
Yeah, put the orange juice in like this much.
Okay.
And then I put, so I zoom that in my zoomer thing, in the Ninja. And then I add 2 tablespoons of the chia seeds.
Right, okay.
To this, and then I shake. Right? Shake it in this container. Then Then I pour it into here.
Okay. Lovely.
Yes, it is. Hey, I'm boiling.
You're boiling. So we're going to have purple and green today.
It's going to be beautiful. Okay, I am going to turn this down to low. Yeah, that texture is changing. They're kind of coming together. It's going to be nice. Okay. All right. I know, I left my own blab.
and I'm busy typing whatever it is. Purple pickle cabbage. Oh my goodness. I have my grandson my grandson. My son-in-law's grandmother has a recipe for sauerkraut that is just unbelievable, and it's all red cabbage and apples and oh, Tina, you just made my mouth go. Okay,
Right.
so and is this the chia pudding?
Yes, but you know what? What do I always forget to do, Donnie?
I'm really not sure because I don't think you always forget to do anything.
I always forget to take a photo, remember?
Oh, that's right. Okay, we're going to have to start writing photo reminders into our blab.
Yeah. All right. So.
Oh, that's so pretty.
You like that?
Yes.
All right.
With a little banana slice.
I know.
Renee is a.
Was going to put some chia seeds on top of it for a little contrast.
Renee is a great food stylist.
I like doing that. If I could do that for a living, I would. Did you
Yes.
set the timer, Donnie, or should I?
I did not set the timer. Do you want me to? Because I can.
No, I got it. I suppose I should do it since I have this.
I suppose you should do something on this blab. Tina, chia is it's an interesting because it doesn't really have its own flavor. It's more like a texture. What you do with chia seeds is you soak them and they absorb, whatever liquid you're putting them in. So in this case, with her, she's got her kale smoothie there. What you're going to get is you're going to get a texture from it, not so much a flavor, but it's a fantastic as far as it has lots of magnesium, and there's all kinds of oh, look at her go. Apparently it's good.
Hang on, I'll be right back.
All right, be right back.
I'm just gotta
Cindy,
all
all right.
So, it has so 1 tablespoon.
Right.
And I put in that smoothie, which filled this cup, I put 2 tablespoons. Next time I would probably put 3 because it is a little. I like my puddings to be pudding.
Yeah. Did you let this sit overnight?
I do make this is a mega head.
Yes.
I can put this in the refrigerator, and I did a blog post on that where I showed like what it looked like at day 1, day 2, day 3, I think.
Yeah. If you let it sit in there, it thickens up.
Yes. So it has 5 grams of carbohydrate and 5 grams of fiber.
Wow.
So if you're on the Atkins, this is a 0-0 food, right? And it has 3 grams of protein per tablespoon and zinc and iron and calcium.
There's a lot of, nutritionally speaking, it's a phenomenal food. It really, really is. And personally, I can't eat it. I have a very bad reaction to it. But most people don't have a problem with it. Most people can take this, and it's a great nutritional boost for whatever you're adding it to.
Yeah, and it's help me out here. What am I trying to say?
I'm really not certain, dear. Oh, your brain's gone floating off, honey.
Oh, it's good on other things. It's good on like oatmeal. It's good in like you see it their Mama Chai has or Mama Chia has it's a brand where you put chia.
Yes, Kate, chia.
Homemade, like you take juice and then you add the seeds to it and they kind of expand on the bottom. So it's kind of an interesting, it's an interesting chia. Yes, like chia, like chia.
The exact same stuff, as a matter of fact. It is. It's the exact exact same stuff as what grows on Chia Pets, which is just wild as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Tina was saying that she found some hemp flour in her grocery store.
yes.
Hemp flour. Do you cook with hemp?
No, I use hemp. I don't cook with hemp. No, no,
Hemp is not the same thing.
You're right. It's not. Did you know in Ann Arbor annually they have a thing called Hash Bash?
No.
Yes, it's one day of the year that you can that yeah that everyone it's just celebrated. Let's just say.
Okay.
So I put hemp seeds in salads, in oatmeal, in my smoothies. Um, in any place that I would put, nuts and seeds and things like that. I think in this, Jason has a chia pudding recipe in his book, and he puts, he gives the recipe, and then he
talks about the nutritional value of the items that he's highlighting in his recipes.
yes, he does. He's got it under nuts and seeds. Do 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 do. 82 and 83. All right, he puts for his pudding, he uses hemp milk.
Okay.
Rather than using with the seeds, so he uses a half a cup of chia seeds to 1.5 cups hemp milk.
Okay.
So half a cup to 1.5 cups. So that's probably a really good ratio for whether you're using a green smoothie, whether you're using like a mango smoothie with almond milk, right? I've made coffee, mocha, chia puddings, right? And I crunched up those espresso beans on top. So
good. My goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so good. Yes. And we have a new cold brew salted caramel coffee drink that we're drinking now in the house because I found it at Target, and it's vegan, and I made that with the chia seeds, and that was like so yummy. So it has a lot of, but what he puts on it, he puts cacao nibs, dried mulberries, hemp seeds, blueberries, cardamom, cinnamon. Yeah, that. So he puts a lot of stuff on top of his. So you can do whatever you want, right? I mean,
so for those of you who are just joining us, Renee is working out of a book called Eatery by Jason Wrobel, and she's best friends now with Jason because she's met him, and he's a wonderful person. And I am dropping a link for his book in the chat. Yeah, chia seeds are typically in the health food section or the bulk food section. Usually find them in a little bag. You know, that's actually, would we be able to get Jason to come in and be and blab with us one day? Would that be something we could do?
I'm working towards that. I think that would be great. I think that would be a lot.
Yeah. I would love to have him on the show. It would be absolutely phenomenal.
That'd be great. And this summer, I'm gonna be the kids are gonna be helping me on the blab shows.
Okay.
So what we may end up doing is I may end up being here making the recipe and talking to them. On that show where they're being coached. What cooking show is that? They would know because
Junior, something junior.
So,
dang.
But they do it for adults too. So we were thinking.
Yes.
We were thinking about doing something like that.
That sounds like a plan.
Okay. So the other thing that so this is going to be my lunch today. This what we're doing. Actually, I'm gonna we have 2 more minutes until it's
On soup. So we're cooking ginger beet soup on the stove, which Renee smushed up in her Magic Ninja. Which I honestly I like the ninjas, I really do. I sound sarcastic because they're just that lovely, that kind of infomercial that just makes me laugh my head off. Kate was asking about the recipe for the coffee that you do. Maybe we'll do that. Can we do that on a show one day?
Which coffee?
The coffee recipe that you were just talking about?
Let's just do it now.
Okay, do it now. That's good. Kate? Cold brew with almond milk. Yeah. Oh, so that's just okay. So it's just it's a drink. And which store do you buy that in?
This I got at Target.
Okay. So available at Target. That looks great.
And this brand is
Califia.
This brand is 100% vegan, lactose-free, soy-free, and carrageenan-free. So and
carrageenan-free.
Yeah, and the containers BPA-free.
You're beeping, baby. Go get the soup.
And it's kosher.
And it's kosher.
Now I can say that recipe, I'm the kosher vegan. Okay. All right, so I'm going to clear that. And let me get a thing. It smells so good. It really thinned out, Donnie.
Did it? Good.
Yeah. So.
Oh my gosh, Renee! Again, my mouth waters.
So he suggests putting like vegan sour cream on it, or which I guess I do have some, but I don't know.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Take a picture. What's going in the third cup?
Some apples.
Okie doke. Now take a picture.
Because what I wanted to do is have apples in with the beet, because I wanted a bit of a crunch with the beet soup.
Yes.
So that is what. Doesn't it look pretty?
That does.
No. So let me bring the pan over. I'll take a picture of that later.
Okay.
Or I'll put it back while we're talking. All right. So I want to.
By the way, I think the idea of doing a warm beet soup, because I don't know that I would ever try real borscht. I am not a cold soup person. I don't even eat gazpacho. I think gazpacho is just another name for salsa. So, honey, I'm telling you, I'm just saying, I don't eat gazpacho. I don't like cold soup. Soup is supposed to be warm. Coffee is supposed to be warm. Iced coffee, what's that? I like hot foods. I really do.
Okay.
Doesn't that just look delish?
Yeah. And you remember how it was a little bit, well, so that's how it was going in. Remember how it was chunky like that? I'm amazed.
Thick and a little chunky.
I'm amazed at how, you just got to trust the process sometimes.
Yep.
I'm amazed at how it thinned out, or how it whatever you call it.
It smooths down. It kind of all of the textures and the flavors have melded, and you're making my mouth water. One of these days, I am going to be knocking on your door at noon instead of meeting you on camera.
That would be great. So I am going to I may try and zoom that down just to I'm gonna put this here while we're talking. So I may try and zoom that down to see what it looks like. Right? Okay. Because I'm not going to eat all of that.
Really? What about your kids? Is that something your kids would eat?
They will at least try it.
There you go.
Yeah. Right?
Thanks so much.
Bye. Thanks for stopping in.
Thanks, Craig. We'll see you.
They will at least try it, and to get them, remember when I said I try new recipes, I always give them something that they're really gonna think is yummy with it. I'm gonna do two things. Okay, I'm gonna make a homemade bread. So so I'm gonna make homemade bread. So when they come home today, they're gonna smell the house the house smells really good. That smoked paprika and the beets and the ginger, it's just such a warming flavor, warming smell. That with the fresh bread, right? And then I will tell them that the more beet soup they eat, the more red and purple their poop will be. And they will go for that. They will want to see. They will want to see that.
Just give them the proper motivation.
Yeah, that's why I got them to eat asparagus.
Was because their pee would stink?
Yeah. It's all about getting kids to try new foods where they are. And when you've got an 8-year-old boy, you got to go to that 8-year-old boy place. Right?
That's great. I love it. That's absolutely fantastic.
Oh, Donnie, I also wanted to show you the muffins from yesterday.
Oh, yes.
Yesterday on our pre-show, I made muffins and vegan muffins with absolutely no sugar in them. None whatsoever. And except the natural sugar from the applesauce. Don't
kid. Yeah, just keep talking.
I'm going to get an email from somebody. And so this is how they browned up.
Oh, yeah.
I left them in a little long. Some browned up more than others. Because when I took them out yesterday, they weren't very brown at all. So today
they were quite white.
So yeah, but I mean, these taste no different than the white ones, except they're just a little bit of a different color. So on Tuesdays, if you weren't, some of you were and some of you weren't here yesterday. So on Tuesdays at noon, we do a cooking show, which is like, it's a prep show, and we kind of never know what's going to happen. And since today I didn't know exactly what I was going to make, except for the chia pudding, there wasn't much to prep up. So we talked about food.
Yeah.
And
because we always talk about food.
Right. We talked about food, and then we made these, I made muffins while I was talking to Grammy about food. So that was kind of fun. And we should ask anybody who's in the room, what do you want me to make next week? Because that was the thing. This week, we didn't have someone asking what we should make for this week. So what do you want me to make next week?
Okay, before we get into that, Renee, your recipes are on your website at reneebowdy.com. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. Yes. They will be there eventually. And if they're not there by the time you need them, send me an email and I will give you the recipe. Because sometimes they're in the draft part,
a different spot. Yeah.
Them out the door. So
okay. So I'm digging up the link for the replay. You were telling me something before you. Oh, what would you like to see us cook next week? What would be of interest to you?
Yes, because if you don't come up with something, or
If you don't come up with something, then we're going to have to.
because I got my best friend's book. No.
There you go.
No, seriously, I think there's a beet salad, and I'd like something for breakfast. Okay. So,
Can we?
okay. So if you want something for breakfast, you can make this
Chia pudding.
Chia pudding. You can make this the night before and have it for breakfast. And you can even, have you seen those like breakfast bowls that people make, the smoothie bowls? I don't get smoothie bowls, but using this as your first layer and then sprinkling granola over it, and then maybe some fresh fruit. I've done that before. My kids like that. I like that. My kids like that. The other thing that I did, the other blab show that I did, and it's also on the blog already, I did a how to build a oatmeal bar.
That's right. That was a good one.
So I went over the different kinds of oatmeals, how to cook them, how long they take, the taste, because the Scottish oats are a little chewier than the oatmeal. So oatmeal is a really good breakfast, and it doesn't have to be flipping boring, because my oatmeal is not boring, and it's not mushy. Sarah Cynthia Sylvia Stout would not take the garbage out. Do you remember that from Shel Silverstein? Yeah, it talks about gloppy globs of green oatmeal or something. I did it in forensics. I did that poem. Anyway, it is not Sarah Cynthia Sylvia Stout's oatmeal. It is my oatmeal, and it's awesome. There, I've said it. So, okay. So breakfast, I can do that. Because I do a vegan breakfast burrito too, which is really good. And it doesn't have doesn't have the turmeric tofu for the eggs. I don't do that.
I like the turmeric. Tina was asking about crock pots. Do you do any crock pot cooking?
Well, all my soups can be done in crock pot. So I've done a couple of the soups. There's also a red sauce, pasta red sauce. I don't know if that's on the blog or not, but you just put the pasta and the cooked pasta in the bottom, and you put the red sauce on top, and then the red sauce doesn't have meat, doesn't have cheese, and then you just put that on low, and then you come home a couple of hours later, and it's like a baked ziti, or baked spaghetti, baked whatever, and it just all kind of goes slow together.
You said cooked. Did you mean uncooked pasta?
No, I mean cooked pasta.
So cooked pasta, and then dump the red sauce on top, walk away, come back in a couple of hours, and you've got baked spaghetti.
Right. Well, actually, it's not like hot pasta. It's like when you make pasta, you make up a double batch, right?
Right.
Then you take your cold pasta that's already cooked and put it in the crock pot. So it's not like, because if you had hot pasta, why would you do that? You just make it up, right?
Because I'm silly.
Okay. So yeah, you can take cold pasta and then do it that way. Okay, pre-made pasta.
All righty. I am looking for. I'm not finding the link for the oatmeal bar.
Okay, let me try and let me see.
No. Just tell me where to look. Wait a minute, never mind. I found it.
Okay.
I just had to go far enough down.
Okay. It was a while ago. I've done a lot of cooking shows.
Okay.
All right.
Breakfast bar.
So pre-made pasta, did I answer that question? My
I think
son
you did.
oatmeal. How can I hide oatmeal? You know what? All right. Okay. So this is 18 Rabbit organic granola cereal and caramel apple. So this is this can be eaten hot or cold. So if your kid hates oatmeal, then oftentimes I will buy fun oatmeal like this. Or what you can do is you can make your own granola with your kid and have him put the stuff in there that he might want. So if he likes M&Ms, have him put M&Ms in his oatmeal, because the idea is to get him used to eating oatmeal with like his favorite food.
Right.
So if you make,
And
you know, if you took this and said, oh, honey, we're going to make a trail mix, and then you add, God forbid you add raisins, but you could
be nice.
kids like raisins. You could add raisins and chocolate chips to it, or peanuts, or whatever. So you can start with your own thing and then add stuff that your kid likes to it, even if it's something that's maybe not the healthiest, because you're not trying to, in my mind, you're trying to introduce new foods. You're not trying to, your kid has to like figure out for himself what makes his body feel good, what makes his body feel like crap, and then from there they can make better food choices. So I always add, so like tonight, I will, with the beet soup, I will give them homemade bread because they love the homemade bread. And then they will, like, one of my kids will take the inside of the homemade bread out and she will make little rabbit turds and she will put rabbit turds in the soup. Do I care? No, I don't, because she's eating really super yummy homemade soup. Homemade bread, and she takes that homemade bread, she gets really creative with it, she puts it in her soup, and she will eat her soup.
It's good. It's
right?
all, it's all good.
And then if she decides that she doesn't like her rabbit turd beet soup, that's her choice, but at least she's eating the soup in the meantime.
There you go. Oh my goodness. Okay, so next week we'll do breakfast.
Yes, no, wheat berry. Oh, wheat berries are good. You know, we said we were going to do a show on wheat berries.
Did we? Because I've since gone really gluten free, so but that's okay. That's okay.
Let's do vegan breakfast next week.
Let's do vegan breakfast next week. It'll be good.
All right.
We'll do a couple of different things. So it's we're gonna hit the end of the show here. Really appreciate all of you that have come by and today. I've seen a lot of nice new faces gone through. We may have one or two new fans. Yay! You can find Renee here on Tuesdays and Wednesdays at noon Central for Renee's kitchen. Kate, doing a gluten-free vegan anything is going to be difficult, so I don't put that on Renee, but we'll see what we can come up with. Tuesdays and Wednesdays at noon, we're here cooking. Thursday at noon is Renee's Hippie Mom Mindset, which is a great show, a great opportunity to be able to kind of get into where your head is at. I highly recommend it. And then when you get to the end of the week and you're exhausted, you just can't take it anymore, 10 o'clock Central, we do Jubilee Chat, which is completely off the record. All we do is sit around and talk to people. No, it's not just you. We just sit and chat and make connections, and it's all great. I do a creative process show, which is lately turned into a painting demonstration Wednesday nights at 6 o'clock. So tonight, 6 o'clock standard time, you'll find Grammy's Art Painting. It's the title of the show is Recipes for Creativity, though, just so that you know. We appreciate everyone who's been here. You're all a blessing to us. Be a blessing to everyone else. We'll see you around. Bye.